Hi, I'm Olivia, and welcome to Connecting the Dots in Early Childhood Education. Do you struggle to get the attention of your little ones during music and movement time? If so, today's video is sure to help. Okay, let's get started. Are you looking for a way to make music more engaging in your classroom? I loved music and movement time when I was teaching. However, there were occasions where I noticed that students were just not very engaged in what we were doing. So I took a step back and I reflected on what I could do differently. What I found was that when I tried inserting the names of my students into some of their favorite songs, engagement skyrocketed. Let's look at some examples of this together. The first example would be to change the words from a classic song and just flip them so that your students' names replace some of the common lyrics. Some of my favorites to do this with are Five Little Ducks, Five Little Monkeys, 10 in the Bed. If you have a child, for example, named John, there were 10 in the bed and Miss Olivia said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over and John fell out. And then John would probably fall out of his chair. And then you would move on to the next child. This really helps children to feel like they have a place in the song, and it really helps to keep them engaged because they're constantly going to be waiting for their name or their turn to be called. Example number 2 is to use songs that naturally incorporate children's names into them. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've learned a few of these songs from some of my mentors along the way, but if you go to Google, you can find a ton of songs that naturally have opportunities to use your students' names in them. These are some of my favorites. Again, for the sake of example, we're just going to pretend that we're talking about a student named John. The first one, jump in, jump out, turn yourself about. We want to know your name, so let's shout it out. John. The second example, I have a friend named John. John is his name. Get up and dance, John. Get up and dance, John. Get up and dance, John. John may sit down. And the next one, John came to school today, school today, school today. John came to school today. We're glad he is here. Jump, jump, John. Jump, jump, John. Jump, jump, John. We're glad you came to school today. These are just a few of my favorites, but if you Google it, you will find a ton of other favorites, and I encourage you to leave some of your favorites down in the comments. It's important to recognize when you do songs like this that incorporate children's names that you may have a child or two who doesn't want to stand up or doesn't want to jump in or out or doesn't want to dance, and that's totally okay. We still want to celebrate them and give them that opportunity, but we don't want them to feel any sort of pressure around having to get up on a stage, so to speak, if they don't feel ready to. The last example talks about really making up songs in the moment. And this means that this isn't a song that maybe you have in your repertoire. It isn't a song that the children are familiar with, but it's a song that you're making up in the moment to grab attention. I know in a previous video, I shared one of my favorite things to do when I was cleaning up with children, and I noticed maybe that some children were struggling. I would just start singing. John is cleaning up. John is cleaning up. John is cleaning up so well. Thank you very much. Use whatever rhythm, whatever tune you want to, whatever you're doing in the classroom in the moment, and just start singing it. Throwing in children's names and celebrating them makes it a lot of fun. So don't be afraid to be silly, have fun. And what I would always tell my teaching assistants and paraprofessionals is when in doubt, sing it out. It almost always works. So why is it important to do things like incorporating names into music and movement with your little ones? Well, firstly, it helps to build community. And what I mean by this is especially in the beginning of the year when children don't know each other and children are not sure of each other's names, incorporating their names is a great way to build community, connection, relationships, and really so that children can learn to call their friends by their names. It also grabs the attention of students, of course. When you hear your name in a song, you're much more likely to perk up and engage in what's happening. And of course, it adds joy and fun to the classroom, which is extremely important all the time. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found today's video helpful. Leave some ideas in the comments below of songs that you like to incorporate children's names into in your classroom or at home. To find out more, please visit our website and all of our social media accounts. The handles and links can be found at the slide at the end of the video. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, bye!